Hey guys, this is Rob here again today. So today we got another rebuildable tank to do a review on, and this tank has been reviewed by the other reviewers and stuff, so it has been out for a little while. But this tank I did get from angelcigs.com, and I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can check their website out. Really good price on this rebuildable tank. It's $19.99 on their website right now. And the rebuildable tank that I'm talking about is the Kayfun version 4. This is the Svomesto Kayfun version 4. Now, angelcigs, they did say they was going to have the clone and the original. Now, the one that they have on there, I do not know if it's the clone or the original. I believe it's the clone version. But, yeah, they did say they was going to have both of them in, but the only one they got on there right now is the one that I have that we're going to review right here. So here it is right here. I do have it on the SMY 260 here. I'm hitting this at 20 watts. I got a coil built out to 1.15 ohms. So here it is right here. Now this is the glass. It's in the glass tank mode. Now this does have a real good adjustable airflow. You do not have to take this thing completely apart to adjust the air or to fill it up or anything like that. It's got its totally different design of filling and for the adjustable airflow. We'll get down on that when we get down on the table. So let's go ahead and dive down on the table and take a look at this bad boy. So alright guys, here we got the box down here on the table here. Now I did take the Kayfun version 4 all apart, and as you can tell, real nice little packaging. It says everything stays different. It's got the Svomesto signature. Over here it does say Kayfun 4. And on the sides nothing. So let's go ahead and open this up. It did come with this little Svomesto tamper-proof seal here. Real nice. So we go ahead and we open this up, and it did come with a bunch of extra O-rings, some screws, a flat tip screwdriver, and some wick and wire here. As you can tell inside the box, it does have the stainless steel. Now this did come with the stainless steel, but as you seen in the earlier video, I did have the glass tank in. So it does come with the stainless steel center tank area. It does say Svomesto on there. Nice little engraved design on his. Now I like to be able to see my juice, so I'd rather prefer the glass tank. Now you do have also the polycarbonate tank that comes with it. So it does come with the 3 different tanks, and then you have the glass piece here. This is the Pyrex glass, pretty thick-walled Pyrex glass there. But you do have the polycarbonate. So basically with the polycarbonate, you get rid of all the stainless steel area sections on it, and it just this goes right in there. We'll check that out whenever we get to putting the Kayfun back together. So let's go ahead and put this off to the side here for now. So alright, here we go. We'll pull this over here. Now this is all the pieces to the Kayfun version 4. There is a lot of pieces to this design on with the new Kayfun. But as you can tell, we got some nice little orange O-rings. We got some nice stainless steel sections here. We do have the Pyrex glass drip tip. We do have the stainless steel chimney section. We do have the drip tip section here that does hold the drip tip. We do have the top part that the drip tip section does screw into. And then we also have another stainless steel top part here. Now you can fill this up a couple different little ways. It's your decision. I really like the design of the Kayfun V4. So you don't have to sit there and turn the thing over, close the holes up, put your juice in there, close it all back up, then flip it over and all that good stuff to keep it from leaking. I have not had any issues with this thing leaking. Alright, so it did come with this nice little drip tip here, and it's pretty wide mouthed. It's not real thin, but it looks like it's hold all the way through, basically the same size all the way through. So that is real nice, and you can put other drip tips on it as well. I have used the Atlantis drip tip and stuff like that on this, and it does work real well. So here's the chimney part on there, and as you can tell, it does have all these little slits, and they do have holes in there, and that's how the juice gets down into the chimney there. As you can tell, it does have more holes all around in there, and as you see that the juice would go in here and come in through them little holes there to get the wick all nice and wet in the chimney. So here's the base here, and as you can tell, I do have a little single coil in there, which this is set up so you could just use. It does have the 4 screw post Phillips heads here, but this is basically set up to, for most part, you can run dual coils in this, but I believe it's still set up to run singles, but you just crisscross different ones. You can just set them up however you want, but it would make this a lot easier to put a barrel style coils in here if that's what you want to do. But I believe that'd be too hot for the kayfun, in my opinion, with the way the air flows and stuff like that is. And as you can tell, there's the 2 holes down below right there. So that allows for the juice to get up inside the chimney as well. And basically, it does have adjustable airflow, which you can see these holes right in here is where you're going to get your airflow. And it works real neat. You can actually just take this and you turn this right here, and as you can tell, the base turns and it's going to raise up the deck. This little section right here, I don't know if you guys can see that as I'm turning it, but it's raising the deck. And what that does is it basically pushes up onto this rim here, and it closes off all those holes, so you're not going to get no juice. That's the juice flow. I think I said airflow, but that's actually the juice flow. Alright, sorry about that. But this actually raises up and pushes up against those holes, so now you're not going to have any e-liquid that's going to get to your coils. So that is the flow of how much e-juice you want in at one time. So you can adjust the flow of your e-liquid, which is that's a pretty neat little idea in my opinion. So you can adjust the flow of your e-liquid depending on what type of e-liquid you're using. As you can tell, I keep cranking that up and it just goes right on up. Alright, you can actually take that out, and there's the base. You see you do have a spring here. Now this here is your adjustable airflow. As you can tell, there is a flat tip screw right there, and that's actually to adjust the airflow itself. Alright. You do not have to take this off every time to adjust the airflow. We'll go about showing you how to adjust the airflow on this here here in a little bit when we put this back together. So basically that's it. You got that nice little copper contact spring right there, and then we'll go ahead and thread that back on, and that will open up the airflow all the way. Or not the airflow, but the juice control. I don't know why I keep saying airflow control, but that is the juice flow control. So we get this all the way. That is all the way open for the juice flow. The whole deck is all the way down. It's kind of a little bit of a long-winded item there, but as you can tell as I'm backing this off, that the deck is moving up. I hope you guys can see that. And that's actually going to close off the juice flow. I like to leave it open, but when you're filling this, you want to close off the juice flow and then fill the e-liquid up, the tank up, and then you can open the juice flow back up once you get it all done. So, and then to adjust the airflow on this, to adjust the airflow, you actually take this 510 pin out. Take this here out. So it's not an adjustable airflow on the fly. You actually have to take this off your mod. You will have to unscrew this pin out, and then right up inside there is that screw that I showed you. Alright, when we open that up, there's that screw up in there. And you're basically going to turn it to the right to close the airflow, and to open it up, you'll turn it to the left, and that will open up the airflow for the device. You can open it wide open, or you can close it where you pretty much don't have any airflow whatsoever. I do like my airflow to be wide open. I prefer it wide open on this rebuildable tank here on the kayfun. Alright guys, let's go ahead and let's get this coil all wicked up here, and we'll get this thing put back together and get some juice in there and show you guys how it vapes. So we'll go ahead and put this on here. Let's go ahead and get it wicked up. Throw a piece of cotton in there. Got a little piece of cotton right here. We'll go ahead and kind of spread this out a little bit. And we'll kind of get it wicked up. It's just your normal kayfun building deck. There's nothing different on this deck than the original kayfuns or all the other versions. It's all basically the same. We want to have a little bit of leeway room right there. And then we don't want too much wick on this one. We actually want to just cut it off right there. We'll do the Grim Green style where he just puts it in there like that, crimps it with his fingernails. So you do not really want too much wick on this. It's less is more on this. So we'll go ahead and press that in there again, get our little fingernail marking, and cut that one off. So we just want just barely a little bit on each side. It'll help it wick up a lot better. So there we go. That's all you really need with this right here. Alright. So to start putting this back together, let's go ahead and get the chimney on here. Flip that around. We'll get the chimney on there. Right there. Let's go ahead and put a little juice. On this one we're going to be using some vape juice, strawberries and cream. Really loving this strawberries and cream. Tastes real good. Go ahead and get a little juice on there. This stuff smells good and tastes good. Let's go ahead and kind of heat it up a little bit. Get that down in there. Let's go ahead and put just a little bit more on there. Alright, so we got the wicked up here, the coil wicked up. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. So basically you do have one of these rings. Now if you're wanting, let's go ahead and show, if you're wanting to do the polycarbonate, you would basically go ahead and put this tank on there now. So it would eliminate all the other stuff. So if you don't have any tank cracking or tank melting juice in there, you can use this polycarbonate tank. You put that on, then you put your top on. And then you go ahead and put your drip tip top in. Just like that. And then you go ahead and put that in there. So that's what you'd have with this. That's what it's going to look like. Alright, now you do still got to put your chimney still will go up inside there as well. But just to show you what you can do, so you would put the chimney on, then the tank, just like that, then the top, and then this, then your drip tip. So it would look like this here. Alright. If, you know, all together. Just doing a quick show for it. So that is the what it would be with the polycarbonate tank, which is still look pretty decent with just strictly the polycarbonate. But I also like the stainless steel to be on there as well, for my personal preference. So then we go ahead and let's go ahead and put the chimney on here. Let's go ahead and take it off the box mod. So we'll go ahead and put the chimney on. We'll thread that on. just like that. So there's your chimney on there. And then we can go ahead and put the bottom base here on. And this here is whenever you decide if you want the stainless steel or the glass. So you'd put this on here with the glass, and then you put this on here like that. So then you got the glass section, or you can actually put the stainless steel version in there and close it up, and then you just have stainless steel, but then you can't see where your juice is at. So I do like to have it just like that in the glass mode, because I do actually use some juices that might melt the tank or crack it. So we'll go ahead and put the glass piece on. Go ahead and put the second stainless steel on. And to get this all to stay on with this style here, is we do got to use the locking nut, which this just screws right onto here. And it's not that bad. You can get your fingers in there. It does have that little slope to it. It's pretty simple and easy to get up in there. I like to get it snug. So there you go. There's that. And then we'll go ahead and put the 510 drip tip piece on. We'll go ahead and thread that on, which also has an O-ring. And then we just put the drip tip on, which is a nice snug fit. That's not wobbly or anything like that. But once again, you can use other 510 drip tips. I have used other 510 drip tips on this. So you do have a little O-ring up inside there as well to go around the chimney hole. So then you just go ahead and thread that on. So just like that, now your Kayfun version 4 is built. So we're going to go ahead and fill this, and I'm going to show you how I fill this. How I fill it up. And for me to fill this up, I go ahead and I close the juice flow. So that's how you fill it up to keep it from having any leaking problems. So we'll go ahead and turn this and go ahead and close the juice flow there, which that's closed off now. And then we'll go ahead and take the top part off, just like that, and we will be filling through the top. So this is a real nice, a lot better design on filling up your juice and not having any leaking issues. Real good design. They really changed it up. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up. And what another thing was good about this is I can actually use just a regular dripper bottle to fill this up. I really like that. So you can use basically anything you want. So we'll just go ahead and shove this down in one of the holes and squirt it in. Do believe in this mode this does hold somewhere around like 4 mils or 3.5 mils or something like that. We're not going to fill it all the way up. We're just going to fill it quite a bit, about like right there. We'll go ahead and just fill it up to right there. You can see that it's in there. So then we go ahead and put the top on here. And as we're putting the top on, and we put that on, we'll go ahead and put our fingers here so we can go ahead and it'll just go ahead and open it all up at the same time. And there we go. It's all built. We open up the deck. It's all good and built. So let's go ahead and put this back onto the S&Y. Turn this on. I do like to vape this at 20 watts with this 1.15 ohm. So let's go ahead and bring this back at the top, talk a little bit more, and vape a little bit more on it. Sorry guys, as you guys could tell, it was a pretty simple way to build on this, and just remember, less cotton is better for this because you want it to wick up pretty quickly. You don't want to be getting any dry hits or anything like that. But as you can tell, you can feel it from the top. Just always close the juice flow off when you're doing so, and then as you fill it up, you close it off. Real nice design. It's better than filling up from the bottom with a needle nose bottle all the time, or filling it up from the top, screwing it on just to the O-ring, flipping it over, wait until everything settles, and then tightening it up, and then letting off the holes. It's a lot lot different design. It's a lot easier to design, and because I know a lot of people have had issues with getting their kayfuns to not leak with the older versions. But with this one here, no leaking, easy, as long as you close the juice flow up when you fill it, close it all back up, and then you can open up the juice flow. And the airflow adjustment, you do have to take the kayfun off, undo the screw, set your adjustment for the airflow, put the screw 510 back, screw back in, and then you can vape on it. Produces a good amount of vapor production, excellent flavor. You know, kayfuns do have good flavor. So alright guys, I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can check out Angelcigs website. They did sell this for $19.99 on their website. And I will put a link in the description down below. It works flawlessly. Have not had any issues with this kayfun version 4 from Angelcigs. Everything works great. All kinds of different extra goodies, screws, O-rings, screwdrivers, stuff like that. So that's all I gotta say. A real nice little rebuildable kayfun tank. A lot better designed than the older versions, in my opinion. So, alright guys, till next time.